What's going on, everybody? It's Tom.
And it's Jamie. Welcome to the Chronicles of Podcast.
The Chronicles of 2000 Trees 2024.
Hi, I'm Josh. I play bass in Overpower.
Hi, I'm Lewis. I play guitar in Overpower.
I'm Seb, and I play drums in Overpower.
Was Nico from Electric Callboy like an inspiration for you, or in the Hyper video?
People keep asking me this. I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. He literally has the blonde mullet and is wearing, literally.
Really?
As soon as I saw yesterday, I was like, okay.
You do know that he's going to go home and shave his head now because someone else has done it before him, don't
sorry.
you?
What, a mullet? Have you heard of the 80s?
This interview's now done. That's it. I'm not interested in you guys anymore. How's your personal Friday treating you guys?
Oh, difficult, actually.
I'm a bit hungover, yeah?
Good for you. You've just got out of bed. Just rolled your way out of bed.
Just about, yeah. We're here. We're here on time.
I had a grilled cheese sandwich this morning. That
was
Was that from the place in there? They're really good, right?
My Friday started at about 1 a.m. with you throwing up, like.
We're straight into it, are we?
Yeah, you were right. So
Straight in.
good, not for you.
I'm good.
Just the best. Okay, yeah, me too.
I suppose the beauty of already having played as well, you're like, fuck it, I can do what I want now, just enjoy.
Swear on this one, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, the one yesterday, he was like, please don't swear, and I was like, okay, I'll try my best.
Yeah.
You can see him turning red.
Yeah. But fuck me, right?
Oh, rainbows and wheelbarrow. We've got no content here, guys. Sorry about that.
No, that's it. No, it was nice. It was nice playing yesterday. I'm glad we played yesterday. I cannot believe so many people came out to see us at 11 o'clock. It's crazy.
Really?
It was crazy. Yeah, it was amazing.
Insane. Why? What have people got nothing better to do on morning?
Thursday. So you go to work.
You don't have day jobs. What are you all doing here?
It's brilliant. It was awesome. It was awesome. And we got out of the way, and then we had Negative Frame played straight after us on the Cave stage, and then Grove Street, our brothers, played later on at 4 o'clock, and that was without a doubt the craziest set, not just for Grove Street, I've seen in a very, very long time.
It was insane, wasn't it?
Absolutely crazy.
Saw you in a dinghy over the
I
crowd?
was in a dinghy in the crowd for way longer than I'd have liked. They took me all the way to the back and then took me back all the way to the front, and about 30 seconds in I was like, oh yeah, this is awkward now.
Can I please get down? Yeah.
He was in the channel at one point.
You committed. Unfortunately,
Down.
yeah.
I'm in here now. I'm in this boat.
This is life.
Yeah. There are videos online if anyone would like to check them out.
If, speaking of Grove Street, Josh, is there anything happening with us in Grove Street at any point this year?
Since when you started running the interview?
Yeah, I was good.
I'm all for a cheap
Cut that. We'll cut that.
5 minutes, you stay
I'm not gonna even endorse. We'll get to Jamie.
Tom and Jamie will get to it. Don't worry.
Funny enough, Lewis, it's actually in here. Don't worry. Don't worry. All right. We happen to have a look and gone. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine. That's what we're here for.
We're interviewing you now.
Yeah.
That's what it's so far.
Literally what your band says. Yeah. I've now completely lost my place. No, I haven't.
Sorry,
that's all. I don't apologise. You're okay. It's absolutely fine. Compared to an Overpower show to a festival, do you change your set up accordingly? So it's like, let's just play all the fucking bangers, as people may not be so familiar with yourselves?
I think it's difficult because we've got nothing but bangers.
Well, anyway, so I'll see you later. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Now, I think
We do cater it.
Set order.
definitely.
And we do have a few more songs that are more like metal crowd friendly, and more songs that when we play at hardcore shows and stuff, we've got some more like hardcore tunes that we tend to play for the hardcore heads so they can have a bit of a mosh, and then some real like headbangers and stuff for the metal crowd. So it was nice having a mix of everything.
More headbangers, so.
For trees, we kind of, it was more of a headbanging set, but we had the first circle pit of the day, which was nice.
Yeah.
So
We were the first band on.
Genius.
But yeah, we tend to drop some of the quicker ones, because obviously when you play in a stage like that, if you're doing your more kind of like techie quick bits, it can get lost in that kind of size stage. So yeah, just like big tracks, right?
Yeah.
Big stompy business. Yeah.
So, us. quick photo op. So us as a podcast, we are ambassadors for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Are you aware of the Sophie story
Of
in the
course,
foundation?
yeah. I can remember when it happened, man. It was horrible.
So what we're doing, we're speaking to people while we're here, just basically asking, have you guys ever been treated differently, had stereotypes put against you, where it may be, just because you're part of this alternative family, whether it be the way you dress, music you listen to, whatever it be. Has that ever happened to you guys?
Yeah, definitely at school when I was younger. Yeah, definitely. But you kind of wear it on your sleeve. Then it definitely it hardened me as a person. I think to people taking a mick and stuff like that. I don't care anymore. But it's definitely out there still. I think.
I feel like it's getting better. I feel like even kind of mainstream, looks, interests, things like that now are like so much more diverse than even like 20 years ago.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree. What about you?
That whole suspect. It's almost like nice to be different more and more these days, I think. So
Yeah.
which is ace. But I mean, I'd say I'm pretty privileged. I've never had a hard time with it like some people have.
It's because you look like you work in a bank.
That's because I work in a bank. But it is cool that you see it more in the media and stuff like that. Like thrash especially is moving more into the mainstream, and just odd shit, weird shit. There's stuff that people would have been like, oh, you're strange for liking that in the past. Is more accepted these days, which is coming around, which is nice.
Yeah, definitely.
There's movements like yourselves and the foundation helps to bring what might have previously been seen as a bit different or a bit weird as more normal and accessible for people. Just how you dress is no reason to, or how you look, or the music you listen to is no reason to sort of act differently to somebody. And I'm glad that's turning round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's such a kind of testament of like just the alternative, like festivals like this and that, right? You just go and you suddenly realise, like, oh, there's like hundreds of thousands of people out there that are just like me, into their weird stuff, doing exactly what they want, being who they want. It's so good to see. Like, a place like this just feels super positive, right?
This is the friendliest festival I've ever been to as well.
It's lush, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's so accessible as well. I've seen so many wheelchairs and and things like that, which you don't tend to see. I mean, you were at Downloads, and the mud.
Yeah, like, I mean,
there's always people moaning about things like that at Downloads, and to see everyone welcome here is just so spectacular. It's amazing,
and such different music, right, across all the stages.
Yeah. I've not seen the same band twice, and I don't mean that in a horrible way, but every stage you walk to, everywhere, every corner you turn, you're like, oh wow, what's happening around here? It's so cool.
To come back to your question, Tom and Jamie, about like discrimination, just like recap there. I haven't experienced it, you obviously have, but I like to think that foundations like yourselves brings awareness to the fact it's not okay, and nobody should be discriminated because they're a little bit different.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
We're also asking as well, like, you did briefly touch on it, saying, do you reckon since what happened to Sophie and when you guys were younger, it's got easier and better to be part of this alternative community?
Definitely. 100%, Matt. I mean, school's tough, right, for anyone. Like, kids are the meanest.
They really are.
The meanest little gremlins on earth. So I think, coming from back then, it could just be like the tiniest little thing that you just get absolutely ripped into, right? And I think what Josh said is right. It's you definitely feel harder. It kind of pushes you to be like, actually, no, I'm going to be more of myself.
And which is what I think a lot of us did.
It's also easier to access different music, different cultures these days because of social media, with all its flaws, it's easier to find our sort of like subculture, right? Whereas maybe 20 years ago, you wouldn't see it on Instagram and those sort of things. You might think, fucking hell, I listen to devil worshipping music and killing things and
or
doing
Slipknot.
horrible.
Always Slipknot. Never
exactly,
It's always Slipknot.
Exactly, and people thought it was this horrible thing and you didn't understand it. But now you see it much more on social media and you go, that's pretty normal and accessible. So it's definitely changed.
Yeah. Lewis, just going back to the beginning of the interview, you mentioned something to do with Grove Street and Inhuman Nature.
Did I?
I'm just trying to wrap my brains a little bit. What exactly is it that's going on?
I'll let you tell him since you brought it up.
Yeah. Is it? I can't remember any of the dates.
I'm not reading the dates.
Yeah.
Do you have the dates?
I mean, we know it's in July and August. We got that much.
There you go. We can agree on that. Yeah, we're out on the road with Grove Street in Human Nature. It's an absolutely killer lineup. There's some wicked supports all across the country as well. It's our first time up in Scotland.
First time in Scotland as Overpower, yeah.
If you can read the tour dates.
Is that good content? I don't think it is.
Why did we invite you?
That was fucking beautiful.
That was pretty, you can't read any of that.
We're going on tour.
Yeah. With two other fucking great thrash bands. So
It's a strong lineup.
It's insane. We were planning it for a very long time. And it took a long time for it to come to fruition, unfortunately. It should have been sooner, and it was hard work getting everyone off at the same time because we've all got jobs.
Yeah.
It was hard work making it all work out, and I'm just so glad it's finally here now. It's
Good
gonna be
things
amazing.
come to those who wait.
Exactly right, And we've been waiting a long time.
And it covers most of the UK, so there's no excuse for not going to a show. Excuse.
You've seen the tour dates. What are you doing?
Exactly.
Sold out already.
Before we let you get out of it, you released your last single, Becoming the Tyrant, back in February now. When can people expect more music from you guys?
Oh.
Is that allowed?
Yeah.
We manage ourselves. We can talk about what we want.
Yeah. So we're working on. I won't give too much away, but we're working on a pretty cool project at the moment.
Ooh, okay.
So I think early next year, aiming for some new material.
A lot of it.
in an interesting way as well. We're going hard in on a concept.
Ooh,
So,
interesting.
Yeah, trying out some new stuff. But we're really excited about it, right? There's some cool stuff coming out at the moment.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's all about exactly right. It's all about keeping people interested now.
I like it.
Got to drip feed it.
People don't have an attention span anymore. Yeah. You have 10-second attention span and you're on to the next thing. Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah, it's really good. We look forward to it. We won't be playing any new stuff this year, I don't think, because the set's pretty dialed in now. We're quite happy where it is. We've got a Lord of the Rings intro now that we decided on this week and used yesterday. That was the best thing we've ever done. So yeah, it was insane. So we'll probably just stick with that.
We'll just keep putting out Howard Shaw's music instead. Thanks, Howard Shaw.
You're going to write it.
I don't think that's right, Seb.
I'm sure wrote that.
That's the newest thing you're getting. Fucking deal with it.
I hope you like the Two Towers.
That's one of the three.
Oh, that's a strong claim. I like it.
What's your favourite?
But to be fair,
I don't know. I could never get into the Hobbit one, so I'll ignore them.
no,
but
they're terrible. Terrible.
we can all agree on that.
I did really.
The first Fellowship or Two Towers are the best. The third.
You've answered the question.
Now I'm thinking about it. I think it might actually be Two Towers. Yeah, I think it might be right. Yeah.
What about you?
I've only watched them once and I don't really have any interest.
Right, we're off.
Okay.
Well, thank you for having us, guys.
Yeah, honestly, and
Thank you.
the stuff that you guys are doing is absolutely awesome as well. Like, it's such a good cause. So, like,
Thank
big
you.
up.
Really appreciate that.
Yeah.
If anyone listening can help out in any way they can to the foundation, that'd be awesome.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for taking the time out. Really appreciate it.
Nice one. Cheers, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you, boys.
Thank you so much for having us. honestly.
I'm Joe, the main one, the most important member of the
Anyways, I'm Jack. I'm actually the main one. Ignore Joe. He waffles a lot. That's my little brother. This is.
I'm Tom, I'm the drummer, and a humble one.
My name is Jack.
He's the sexy one.
Oh, okay. Brings all the ladies to the show. I love it.
We're Carsick! Hands in the middle.
Great set, didn't see it.
How's your personal Fridays, guys? How's it going?
Shit.
Why?
I'm joking.
I was going to say, what the fuck happened?
I hate this band, No, I'm joking. It was great. It was lovely. Jack is gesturing for the mic. Yeah, Jack wants the mic.
I'm the only one who stayed at the festival so far, so I will answer. It was lovely, and Manchester Orchestra were amazing. That's my personal Friday. Anyone else?
We were all here. It was the whole thing. The whole thing was great. Sweet.
Excellent, perfect. How was your set?
You know what? It was really nice because we'd gone from playing a show, because the football match was on. We played Bolton, the football game was on, and we didn't have many people there. Obviously, I don't blame them. I'd watch the football too. But then, so there was no one in the room. And then
Which
we
game
came
was
down.
that?
It was not the one that's just been, the one before against
Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
So the penalties were on as we were on stage, so no one was in the venue at that point.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, but this set was great. This set was amazing. It was really, it's a good bit of affirmation there.
We bought our H game.
Yeah.
We bought our H game.
What's that?
It's not your B game. It's not our B game. It's not our A. We bought our H game.
Sweet, yeah. I agree.
Usually it's like a, I don't know, what's underneath H? Oh, I've added myself.
M?
Usually we bring our end game. We bring our Avengers end game.
If you want us to go, we'll go.
So it's been a pleasure. No, I'm joking. It's absolutely fine. But as a Scotsman, I don't know. I hope you get dick tomorrow. On Sunday. So you know.
They're definitely not gonna win. Like Spain are the way better team.
Yeah, but you have this really weird way of just winning shit. I don't get it.
We have fluked our way here. We're a very jammy team, and you know I feel like that penalty. We did not deserve that penalty.
No,
we deserved it.
Joe doesn't like football. He just watches the Euros.
I only ever watch the Euros.
So every year you see him cheering, and it's like you don't care. You don't really care.
Mind
Whereas
it-
Jack bet a load of money on it and won.
I won £690. So thank you,
Go on.
England.
We
Thank you
love
very much.
that.
I bet on the score 2-1. Like we were in that tent. We watched it in the
Axiom,
Axiom
yeah.
10, and the people around me were like, "Oh, we're gonna lose," and I was like, 2-1 England. Showed them my bet, and then it came through, and now I've not got any of it because I brought everyone in there around. So I won, but I also lost.
Oh, mate. What a moment. That must have been when Ollie Watkins put that in. That must have been a moment.
It was
The
great.
vibes
It
in
was
that tent. Me and Jack were just crying.
Yeah,
it was great.
ecstatic.
Such a great game.
Yeah.
And I remember sat there going like, fuck, not again. Still, we had a shit tournament, so I can't talk. Anyway, where was my questions? I've forgotten where I am. Yes, so compared to a Carsick show, to a Carsick festival show, do you change the set up accordingly, depending on people might not be so familiar with yourselves?
The regular set in the gigs that we do is a lot longer and probably gets a bit tiring after a while. But the festival set, condensed, full pelt the whole time. So maybe better at maintaining the energy at a festival, which is why it seems to go pretty good most of the time.
Yeah, I agree with everything he just said.
It kind of feels like a headline show. You have more time to chat and to take your time with the songs and have a bit more calmness to it. But a festival is kind of like blinking it's over. You just fucking race through everything, full beans, like on the gas, and then it's over. Hence why we make a lot of mistakes.
He says we, he means he.
I play amazing every time. I don't know what he's talking about, to be honest. If there's mistakes, I mean, not me.
I thought you were about to eat the microphone then.
So, as a podcast, we are ambassadors for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Are you aware of Sophie and her story and what happened? Yeah. So, what we're doing, we're talking to people this weekend to basically find out, as being members of this alternative community that we're in, have you guys ever been treated differently, had stereotypes put against you simply because the way you dress, the music you listen to, whatever that may be? Is that something you've experienced?
I mean, not in a serious way.
Not in the same way as it would be.
Sorry, I couldn't.
No,
I was going to say when I was, when you're younger, when you're kids. But I think people get bullied in school regardless. I've never been ousted in any serious way.
I think it's like the very stereotypical thing when you're in school and you listen to any music with a guitar in it. It's like, oh, are you a goth?
It's funny. Do you listen to like screamer music? I've been so scarred. Look at my shirt. There's nothing.
No. He is wearing a band shirt. It's just inside out. Like he's still got the shame he carried at school. It's a burden.
I mean, when I was in school, I used to listen to Blink-182, and people would be like, "That's like screamo music, right?"
Oh yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah.
Oh, you listen to Limp Bizkit, you're a goth. I'm like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. Actually, it's called nu metal.
I think it's that if you had like a long fringe as well, people will always, and if you listen to that music, you just instantly, people in school were just like,
Thanks for looking at me when you said that.
Yeah, because this guy had a lovely fringe back in school.
I had long, straight and black emo hair, but I'm bringing it back. No shame.
Please,
Can't, mate,
please
doesn't grow
do.
anymore.
I will.
He's lost all his hair.
We'll
now.
buy you a nice wig.
Yeah. Oh, cheers, man. I fucking hate this band.
But now we're in like 2024. We've all. Do you think it's got easier for people to be in this community, especially for kids growing up?
Do you know what? I think it's sort of helped. Like, I know social media is pretty evil across the board, but
Yeah, pretty evil. Yeah.
it's sort of like made it okay to sort of do whatever you want. I think culture as a whole has broadened massively because of it. Like, there's so many different things that you can get. Like,
There's lots of communities.
yeah, you can get like, you know, big and famous on
Yeah.
TikTok, even if you're
Yeah.
you know, really goth or really, you
Yeah,
know,
I feel like
emo,
there's
whatever.
one very specific example of this would be you know, when I was in school, very like kind of like 2013, Bring Me Their Eyes, and were like really up and coming at that point, and quite a big band, and obviously compared to where they are now, they're huge. But they did a song with Ed Sheeran like a few years ago, which I think is great. I think, you know, cool, whatever. That's like a good entry level gateway to a lot of people getting into a lot of other bands. But you know, being in school and being like really like picked on for that sort of thing, which is fine. I get it. I totally get it. You know, like that's not, you know, it's not fine, but you know what I mean. Like,
Although we are older now, and you know, when you get older, nobody really gives a shit what
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah,
doing. So
I
can't speak for kids in school because I don't.
But when you're at school, the
Can
gate.
you remember school, mate? a long time
I'm
ago,
like
mate.
2 years older than. I'm leaving. See you later. Mate. Anyways, I've lost my point now. Fuck you.
you started with, you know, when you're in school.
Yeah, when you're in school, I had a Gears of War pencil case, and I listened to like heavy music, and no one at my school listened to that. So, fuck them anyway. Look at me now. Look at me now.
no, people just didn't like you because.
Anyways. How are you, my brother? Fuck it.
Bringing it back to you guys, you released your last single, Gig Tags, May 1st. How has the single been received?
Yeah, fucking really well, I think. Like, yeah, I think it went really well.
I think amongst, especially, it's very catered towards people who you know the music scene very well, and or are in bands and promoters and people who just general punters that go to a lot of gigs. I think you know that song is really written for people that would sort of get the topic. You know, we've had a few people that we thought like, you know, it's probably people out there that might not go to a lot of gigs, or especially a lot of smaller gigs that might not get the general day-to-day grind. But I feel like even if you didn't, we sort of catered it in a way to like explain a lot of the rough patches that go on being in the early phases of a band. So it's done pretty well. I feel like it's quite a funny topic to touch on. You know?
What one regret about that song though is, in hindsight, as we released it, it was like the release day. I remember thinking back, because obviously we're on about promoters not paying us and stuff. But when you're a small band, promoters pay you in like big opportunities and stuff like that. You get a big stage, and like that's still the same value as being paid to do a gig. Like someone puts you on a big stage, that's great. And I kind of thought about it and I was like, why did we write those lyrics, sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know.
But at the end of the day,
Rock and roll, man.
probably should get paid for doing
Yeah, fuck those promoters. I take it all back. Fuck them.
We
You guys are gonna clip that now.
2,000 trees owe us $8,000.
We've had a few bands and people we've been talking to today who know the industry really well, and they've come up to us and been like, you know, that song, I listened to it and I was like, that is
Bang
what
on.
it's like,
Yeah,
you know.
sorry.
So
Yeah, I get
that's
you, yeah.
sort of like, you know, mission accomplished basically. For that, I reckon.
Incredible. Is there more music on the way?
Now we're breaking up.
No, there is no more music.
Especially after listening to him.
We've decided during this interview that we all hate each other. That might be an image. Maybe. I don't know.
Next year.
We'll have a little
Yeah,
tease.
we're working on something longer, an album maybe.
To
come out next year, maybe.
You're telling me there were 2 wars.
2 wars. Yeah, there should be an album out. next year. That's my touchwood. That's my bold statement.
If we're all alive,
yeah, if we
that'd
all
be
still
great.
can hang out with each other without punching each other, then that's...
No, we're definitely breaking up before the album.
Well, what's going to happen? I'm going to go solo. I'm going solo.
I know he's going to listen.
And I'm going to release.
It's going to sound like Blink 182 because he loves that.
I'm going to
Is that
release.
Screamo?
Yeah. My first Screamo album is called I Love 2000 Trees.
Just you. That's an exclusive.
That was a good one, man.
And you're going to call yourself Sick Car.
Yeah. Saw kick. Saw kick. It's a surfer dude introducing himself to a guy called Kick.
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, gents, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much.
thank you
Chatting
for-
with us. Means a lot.
Thank you very much for
Thank you
having
so
us.
much.
Legends.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I'm Ellen,
I'm Max.
I'm Josh.
and we are in a band called Kite Thief.
Wonderful. Love it. That's absolutely stunning. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's an absolute pleasure.
Oh, thank you
to
for
have
having
you all
us.
here. Stop it.
It's been fun. We've been going around all the press areas, having fun. We've been seeing
Yeah?
many people. Yeah, it's been great. Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
like, oh yeah, sure, we'll
We came
come.
here last year and had one interview, and we saw all the other bands doing loads of interviews, and we were like, why is that not us? And we were like, oh wait, no one asked. And now this year, we've got like
Oh,
4
man.
interviews. It's great.
We're so we were here last year as well, and we. But hang on! I'm going to explain myself, okay? Basically, because it's our first year, we just got the emails from people. We're like, yeah, we'll take them on. That's fine. Yes, okay, that's absolutely fine. Whereas this year, we went right, get the lineup, get every email address, and just smash through all of them.
Nice.
So that, so yeah, no, not
Thanks
at all,
very much.
not
Yes,
at all.
thanks
So
for having
we're
us.
making it up. We're making up for last year, right? We'll make up for it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, fine.
How's your personal Friday treating you all?
It's a personal Friday,
Your
isn't it? 'Cause
personal
you don't have to
Friday,
do
Josh.
anything.
Oh, it's all right. I made a really good breakfast this morning. Got some I fried up some salami and egg and put it in a croissant. It was great.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, a bit of chili oil as well.
Oh,
What a start to the day that was. And then
Fuck.
that's all I remember.
That's all you remember of
Hey,
today.
we showered together.
Ah.
No, the shower's a secret. People aren't supposed to know about the shower.
We got wet.
I won't ask how, Max. Don't worry.
Yeah, I've literally just chilled out. I again ate croissants, took it really slow. Yesterday we got up at 7:30 to have a shower and just feel prepped for the second set because we'd had like a busy day before as well. So today I was like, I'm sleeping. Slept till like 10:30. Love it.
Beautiful. You actually got to sleep.
I actually slept. I went to bed at like 11 and slept till like 10:30.
How the hell did you manage that?
Every time I woke up, I was like, "No, I'm going back. I'm not getting up."
Are you camping as well?
Yeah, but we have very lovely friends who own a company called.
Somerset Bell Tent Company.
Yeah, they're amazing.
AKA Molly's Bell Tent Company.
They brought bell tents for us, like really big, like the ones
They
that people
own
pay
them.
thousands for at festivals. So we're living in style, I must say.
Oh.
But to be fair though, as big as a tent is, it's still noisy.
Yeah.
Are you in the? You're in the same campsite as us, I imagine.
We're in the VIP campsite, yeah.
Oh, is
the
it?
back,
Oh, I don't know if
behind the
we're-
forest stage.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Did you manage to sleep?
No.
No. Bit noisy,
Zero
wasn't it?
sleep. Just a
Yeah.
little bit, yeah.
And cold.
Even with those silicon molds for
Yep,
the
yep,
earpiece.
same,
Yeah.
same, yeah.
And I was just like, I can still fucking hear Black Parade. I can still fucking hear
Oh yeah,
Paramore.
Psychosocial for the 5th time, brilliant.
Yeah.
I've decided I love 2000 Trees
Yeah.
up until
Oh, I'm not-
Silent
yeah.
Disco
Yeah.
starts,
Yeah.
and then I fucking hate
Yes,
2000
yes. I'm so glad you guys. We can. I'm taking this mic. We can talk all day. I'm literally like, they love it. I was saying next year, maybe like, I love this festival. Maybe like an Airbnb's on the cards. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
The thing is, I live in Cheltenham.
Oh.
I live down the road.
Can we go and stay at your house next year?
Yeah. If you're on the bill, let's do it. Let's have a massive. Let's have our own fucking silent disco.
And it's really silent so that we can sleep.
Yeah, that'd be great. How long have you lived in Cheltenham?
20 odd years.
God, okay. I moved away. I moved there when I was about 8, and I moved away from there when I was 21. So
I can't say I blame you.
Yeah,
it gets
no.
boring after a while.
Yeah. Sorry, Cheltenham.
Yeah, we love.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the frog's the best bit about it. Let's be honest.
It's great.
Anyway, let's bring it back in. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, everyone. Jesus. Speaking about Kite Thief, what's going on here?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Blue Cheers, the first Pilsen.
I feel like we've derailed you.
So
I'm
it's
sorry.
all good. It's all. We love derailing.
Okay,
we love
great.
tangents. We love it all. This is what we love about doing this shit.
Okay,
is the fact that
good.
we have all these phenomenal conversations. Absolutely superb. Anyway, how were your sets, guys? Played Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, the Wednesday was incredible because we played the Thursday last year, so we knew what it was like when the main arena had opened and like everyone had kind of been here and set up camp, but we didn't know what it was going to be like playing when everyone's like arriving.
Yeah.
Insane. Literally the first song had a mosh pit within like 2 minutes of it starting.
Delicious.
And we had mosh pits for every single song. It was crazy. And then the forest was just like iconic. Like that for us, that was like, okay, we got to make this special. So we had Marisa from the Marisa and the Moths come out and do a feature.
Oh, no way!
Yeah. We've been on tour recently, so we were like, we did that at the Underworld, so we were like, we'll do it again here. We actually like judged up our first ever song because it never had any synths or anything like that, so we brought that back and like
asking for it. People would be asking, can you play Pinky Promise? And we're like, no, we hate it because it's got a 29 bar bass solo in 7/8. Like, it's just like, but we judged it up. But we did it.
Yeah, we did it, and again, like we had crowd surfers and like, everyone was screaming. I think one of our friends said that was it Pine Grove or Grove Street? Grove Street were playing, and then everyone from that filtered out and came down to watch us. So
nice.
It was like,
and we could tell, like, it was good to start with, but then like halfway through, well, like first couple songs, like people would just come and we were like, whoa, hello. Like Max said, first crowd surfers, that was amazing. It was just great, like way better than we expected for both shows. I loved it.
So compared to a Kite Thief show, then, do you change the set up accordingly if it's a festival for people who might not be so familiar with yourselves? So you say you brought that song back, even though you didn't want to.
We love it again now, it's fun.
Okay, good.
It's fun again.
But yeah, if people might be so familiar with yourselves, sort of thing.
Yeah, probably. Well,
different sets this year, didn't we?
It depends. If we're going on a tour, we'll make a set specifically for that tour. It depends what kind of, like, if we're support, if we're headlining, what kind of cycle we're in of writing, I guess, as well. Like,
if we're playing to familiar crowds, we'll bring out more of the familiar songs, but if not, we kind of pick the hits and then we're like, okay, like with Ambivalent, our recent EP, like we had to get a lot of those songs into the set and drop quite a few of the other ones that we used to play. Like Sweepstake was a song that we always used to play, but now it's currently dropped from like our standard set. We open with it at Wednesday because we want to try something a bit different, but typically we'll try and keep like everything as fresh as possible without, like, Hindsight is our song, like our big song that everyone always like wants to sing along to, and there's Allegedly as well, which is done pretty well. But we typically try and like just keep like a couple of the good ones in and then just slip all the new stuff in and hope people like it.
And we like to put on a show.
I think playing two shows, we had enough songs to do two completely different sets, but one of those sets would have sucked. So we did. We did overlap like 2 songs or 2 or 3 songs for both sets. Our biggest ones basically. The people would have been like, why would you just not play that? So we played like The Tide and Hindsight and Judge Judy at all 3, and then we swapped out the rest. And we saved like a couple. We sort of thought maybe some like poppier ones for the Forest set because we weren't sure who would be there in the afternoon at the Forest, but actually we didn't need to. It was mad. We had like pits, like, you know, in the forest, people tripping over the trees and stuff. And we're like, someone's gonna get hurt here.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, everyone be careful, but also mosh pit, woo. Woo. Do you think?
So that's what you actually do when you
kind of is. I was actually. I'm gonna start doing it now.
Amazing.
Woo, oh, woo.
You have to think of a different noise for a circle.
Yeah. Oh, I like that one.
On stage, every time someone falls over, just like the hit marker.
Oh my god, I love that. Let's do that. That's the next Kite Thief show.
I have the capacity to do this.
This is great.
I can do this.
I never a sound engineer that's keeping an eye on it every time.
Up until this point, I never thought mosh pits needed sound effects, but they
now they do.
They really do.
They really do.
As a podcast, we're ambassadors for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Are you familiar with Sophie's story in the foundation?
I am, I think,
Wonderful.
but it's been...
So basically, when we speak to people this weekend, we're just trying to find out, have you guys ever been treated differently, had stereotypes put against you because you're part of this alternative family because of the music you listen to, the way you dress, whatever it may be? Is that something you've experienced?
Yeah, never here. No, when I was 14, I was a massive emo in Cheltenham. I used to hang out at the McDonald's. Did you ever do that? Yeah, cool. Yeah, and we used to hang out at Monty's, and we used to hang out in the graveyard. A big emo kid, big red fringe. Yeah. Yeah, it was behind McDonald's, so that's.
Yep.
And the two pigs.
Graveyard and the pigs. I never thought I'd hear together.
Yeah.
Cheltenham.
And I remember like hanging out in there, and we always used to get harassed by like this like other group of teenagers, like loads of them, just like being. And one of them threw a milkshake out over me once because they said because you're an emo, and I was like, oh my god. I was 14. I was like, or was I like 15? I don't know. So yeah, but I don't know if I still do.
I think like we've all had the Christmas and like family dinners and shit where everyone's like, oh, you're in a like, how's the band going? Like, it's not a serious kind of like job or anything like that. And I think like the tattoos have become more normal now, but back when we were getting tattoos, we were like 16 and stuff. All our parents were like, well, your mum maybe not.
I was 19.
Oh no, okay, but like
16.
I got 2.
Oh, that's fine.
And then I convinced my principal at school that it was henna.
Nice.
It was just really thick henna.
You get different colours.
I think as well, at least we are quite lucky now. We live in Bristol, and generally, we love Bristol. Generally, like, just full of people don't bat an eyelid at me. Like, that I'm the norm. If
Bristol.
you don't live in Bristol,
I don't live in
then
Bristol.
you're probably a bit
I live in
scary.
Surrey.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I think these days, like, this scene is getting so much more recognition, and it's becoming so much more mainstream anyway, that like fashion is like gone towards kind of alternative look, and like you see people and you're unsure of like, are you gonna know who Bring Me the Horizon are?
They're gonna wear Metallica t-shirts from Primark.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about bands, but I don't know if you're just wearing this shirt from like Bershka. but that's cool. I don't think anyone, sure, like at school you get like comments here and there. Like I can't remember some of the names. I went to quite a like, not a posh school, but like not one. And like and so like non-uniform days, I'd like be wearing like, I remember like me and my friend both one time like walked in both wearing like band shirt, denim jacket, and everyone was like denim. and then our third friend Lewis, walked in, same thing, and they were all like, "Way, denim!" And I was like, "Oh fuck, for God's sake!" But I think I'm quite lucky. I never had anything like too bad. I think one of my parents once said, "What did we do wrong for you to like this music?"
No way.
But they're so supportive of the band, and I think it was more just like I can't remember what I was listening to at the time, and they were just like, "What is this?" Like,
Asking Alexandria.
Probably.
Justified.
I think they're like with us, like we're part of the generation where like growing up being alternative wasn't so much of a bad thing anymore.
Yeah.
It was at my school.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, but also maybe because I'm a lady. I am female with breasts. Maybe that's why,
I played football but then listened to Slipknot and everyone was like, we'll let him go. It's fine. Yeah. He's fast. And now I'm fat.
We don't play football anymore. Sorry, we kind of got on. We did speak about that topic a little bit, but we did sidetrack a lot. But
remember that you've kind of touched on it already. But the question was like, do you think, like, looking back at what happened to Sophie in 2007, and then when you guys were growing up, do you think it's easier now for kids growing up being part of this community? Or is there still work to do, do you think?
do you know what, I was about to say yes 100%, because I do, but then I second guessed myself. I was like, actually, no. I did have it, yeah. I think when we were younger and just walking around town, we did get like quite a lot of things like thrown at us, or like groups of like other young people who didn't like the way we looked shower us, throw things at us, like even actually adults. Actually, there was there's been a few things. And I remember when that happened. I was only young. I was probably like 11 or 12, so just finding my kind of emo-ness. So I was very aware of it. Is it more acceptable now? I don't know. I think that no one could really answer that.
It's hard to say now because we're not young, right?
Yeah, right.
So I feel like these
You
days,
are, you're
but we're not
26.
at school anymore. So like, I feel like I can walk around. Like, I don't feel like I feel like I can do it, but I'm not at school. I don't know. I don't know what that's like for youngsters at the moment. I don't know, like.
And when they're dealing with a lot elsewhere, and then they kind of take it
I
out.
think like what Josh hit on earlier was like now like the lines of blur between fashion and media and music. Like music's kind of fashionable now, but also the fashion of like alternative heavier music is now in the mainstream. So like lots of artists and people are dressing more alternative. So it's not the case of like being able to spot someone likes a certain type of music anymore because of the way they're dressed, because like that's become the norm. So I think it's more. It's harder to comment on whether people, suffer through that.
Yeah, and I think we're a bit normie looking also. I feel like some people, I'm like, mate, you look fucking sick, but I can imagine there have been comments thrown at them or things like that. And I have friends who, I had one friend at uni, I won't say her name because I just feel like that might be weird, but beautiful, tall, goth girl, gorgeous, in a very cool band.
It's just different
I think she used to get like different things shouted at her and stuff because she's very striking,
So you're never going to get rid of like people just being like uncomfortable with how someone else looks or how someone else like presents themselves. Do you know what I mean? So like,
which baffles me because I couldn't really give a shit how someone else dresses myself.
Exactly. Like I think the alternative community is full of people like us where we're just like, you know what? Like it doesn't matter.
If
like,
anything,
we're so
I go,
accepting.
"You're fucking cool."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're so used to having to gas each other up because no one really pays attention. It's like, no, I'm going to tell you that like there's someone like dressed up before we were going on the forest station. I was like, you look amazing. She was like, oh my god, you look amazing too. Let's have a great set. And it's like, it's easy. What's wrong with that?
That's all we need.
I guess, like bottom line, I hope it's better.
Yeah.
Like that's what, and then I hope as well that that's something that we can push at our shows. And we've always said that we want people to just like, our number one thing is just come and have fun however you want to have fun. Like we just want people to have a really fun
As long as you're
time.
not hurting anyone or yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Fireworks in the pit, please.
Yeah, none of that.
That could be cool. Actually.
Only a fireworks sound effect.
But I hope it's better for people growing up, and I hope that we can help do that.
I think we probably deconstructed that way too much for you. But
No, not at all. But bringing it back to yourselves, you released your EP Ambivalent back in December.
Yeah.
Is there new stuff on the way? Is it in the works?
It is. Yeah, it's currently. We're actually just listening to some backup camp.
in the campsite.
We were showing Kid Capici. But yeah, we got some stuff cooking. It's quite a bit different, and then we're working towards a bigger goal later on. But I can't say too much about that. But yeah, it's interesting. Like it's got a good taste of Ambivalent, but like on steroids.
Yeah.
Like roided up.
And we've got a few shows later in the year. So yes, there's a lot of like writing and stuff at the moment, and just kind of getting stuff together for another big push,
Yeah, Ambivalent took like a good 2 years for us. So like, we had The Tide and Judge Judy and Executioner pretty much written during like COVID. So it was from then until when it was released. So it was the beginning of the year when it was released that we finished recording it. So it was like a big 2 year slog. So we took a little bit of a break to tour it, and yeah, it's cooking away now.
Guys, this has been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time out and chatting with us today. It really means the world.
Thank you so much for having us. This has been so fun.
Really has. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Mate, so nice to meet you.
Thank you, and you.
Nice to meet you as well, mate.
I lost my grip.
My name's Josh. I play guitar and do programming for Tropic Gold.
My name's Jacob, and I shout down the microphone for Tropic Gold.
Nice. Love it. Absolutely brilliant. How's your personal Fridays been, guys?
It's been alright.
I genuinely thought this whole time it was Saturday. It literally is Friday, isn't it?
Yeah.
It actually is Friday. You know what? My Friday's just got so much better knowing that I've still got another 4 days off work. So,
you're welcome.
That's lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chronicles Podcast. Not at all. Not at all. More than welcome.
It's been good, isn't it? It's been super busy. We've been non-stop since we got here this morning, but there's a lot of beautiful people here, and it's a really nice vibe. And it's been really nice. Everyone we've spoke to has just been so lovely, on and off of press or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's just so chilled, and they're all just here to have a good time. So yeah, it's been rad. It's been really nice, man.
I think that's the beauty of Trees, is that it's not massive to the point where it's a bit like fucking overwhelming, you know, you're not entirely sure. It's got a real nice family feel to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's what we've been saying, isn't it? We've been saying like that everyone's like super like just here for the same reason, you know, like.
It feels like everyone actually really cares about the music here, whereas like I think in maybe a larger setting, you know, like we played the Axiom stage, and before we'd even played, it was wall to wall, and like naturally just did not expect that. Like I didn't personally expect that. I was like, maybe people flood in when they hear us play, but like they were just instantly there.
I mean,
And
we
you
were
just
shocked to
walk
be on the
straight-
Axiom stage anyway, weren't
Yeah,
we?
I was
So-
pretty sure. Yeah, I was pretty sure to be on a big stage anyway, like little old me. But yeah, it's very humbling, and I think I would very much like to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Nice.
can make that happen.
Yeah.
Hint,
We'll leave that with you.
Can you make that
Yeah.
happen?
James, if you're watching this,
Yeah, if
which
you're
you
watching
should
this,
be,
James.
I bloody well hope you are, to be honest.
James, James, we played 6 songs, and for the first 5, my guitar didn't work, so I'd love to do it again next year. That would be great.
How did you work around that? Just sing down the microphone.
Well, funny. Well, we've got we had an excellent front of house guy working with us today, and a lot of our music is obviously there is guitar, but it's not super like riffy. So he did some magic on the bass that we run through and the tracks, and filled it all out while we were sorting out the technical issues. And then we got there in the end.
Like, we had some good crew with us as well, and
Yeah.
I mean the Trees crew are amazing.
Yeah,
I
amazing.
didn't
Everyone's
expect that. Like the stage crew for Axiom, like big
Yeah.
up yourselves, because like you guys,
Yeah, they're incredible.
awesome,
Absolutely
like, just
incredible.
so lovely,
Yeah.
so willing to help, so willing. Like I didn't lift a finger, I almost didn't lift a finger all day.
I know. I was trying to.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm gonna go.
I'll get that, and they were like, no, that's all
I
right.
would
It's my job. I'm like,
I literally carried I took one thing from the van and in, and I was like, I'm gonna go get some more stuff, and it was empty when I got there. I was like,
mental. I was like, okay,
I
another
was
beer
like,
then.
great.
Wait, James, aren't you the vocalist, so don't you do nothing anyway but sit there, turn up, sing, and then fuck off?
That's very mean. Very mean and untrue.
Now, to be fair, I will say
I'm only joking.
you definitely break the mold with that sense, because you handle all of the in-ear rig, and yeah.
Go on, mate, love it.
He's breaking
Love
the
it.
mold there, yeah.
That's fine, I am. Yeah. I was only joking. Jacob, please. Jacob, please, love me. Can I just have it back? I know I'm so. I didn't mean it. It's me, not you. We should probably talk about that set, shouldn't we? How was it?
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was amazing,
The
wasn't
crowd were like a joke, to be fair.
Yeah, it was
Like,
crazy. You could tell they just wanted to listen to
They
music.
just want it, you know, and
Yeah.
the kids in there just want it. And then they're not kids, like they're adults in there, like they just want it. You ask them to do something, you ask them to open up a pit, and that's it. It's
And they're
just
just like,
open,
yep,
and it's like
absolutely.
wall to wall, and they're just like,
Yeah.
yeah, right. It's like, and I'm like,
Yeah.
on 4 it's going to drop, and they're like, yeah, right. And I was just there like,
Cool.
all right. I felt like I was going to have to work for this a bit more, but okay.
Yeah, cool. It's easy.
Yeah, so yeah, from that point of view, like absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was great, wasn't
The
it?
sound was good. Like I felt like Josh said, the
Sound
front
was
guy
amazing.
was amazing.
Yeah.
We got a lot of confidence about that as well.
Yeah.
Um,
And even with tech issues, like all of the stage crew who didn't even need to get involved were all running around replacing. They were just following, replacing every single cable. You know, so it was great. But the reception was amazing. I just had to just be a hype man to him and the crowd. So I was running around the stage. I was stomping around.
Turning it straight up.
Yeah.
Saying, Tropic Gold.
Yeah,
Tropic Gold.
I was like, that's Jake.
Let's go.
I kept asking for a mic because I just wanted to be like, yeah, like just a random point. Like, yeah, yeah, that's yeah. But no, it was great.
998, 999, 2000.
99 bottles of beer on the wall. 2,000 bottles of beer on the wall.
LFG. Sorry. I can.
I didn't realise I edited so much of this out. I was just laughing.
No, nothing.
Nothing gets edited
Anything
out.
about the Chronicles of Podcast, we don't fucking edit anything in this show. Be careful what you say. No, I'm joking.
Is this a clean podcast, by the way?
No, you can swear as much as you like.
Thank fuck for that. Yeah, that's good.
Yes, I remember where I am now. So, with a Tropic Gold show compared to a Tropic Gold festival set, do you change the set list accordingly or is it just like all the bangers all the time?
I think we did sort of consider originally sort of like the pacing of where to put what songs, but we really sort of looked at it and we were like, you know what, this is probably like actually pretty fitting. Yeah, there's only one song where we really sort of bring it down a little bit, and even that towards the 3/4 of the way through point, it really it picks it up. So we really didn't need to. The thing that we were more cautious of when we were talking about coming here was it's the biggest stage we've ever played. So we were really just mindful of that and wanted to be like, you know, present for the people who had come to listen, and we wanted to be like really like there and not just like standing and just playing our songs, because you know there is a performance element of it that comes to it, and if people are just fresh to you and they just walk past the tent, or they're getting their chips outside the tent, you know, you got to drag them in, and you got to like, mate, you got to get them to that point where you're just like, we're in it, like we are fucking here and we want to be here for this 30 minutes. So yeah, I think it was more on the performance side of it, wasn't it, really, than anything, rather than the set list that we were cautious.
Like I personally felt like the set list. We played last night in London, supporting Calva Louise, which was like an awesome set at the Amira in London, and that was great. And like again, like the crowd was so good there.
That was such a good crowd.
Such a good show, and so I felt quite confident coming into today that the set list was maybe in the best place it could possibly be, because we'd already kind of had that affirmation maybe from the crowd last night. And I know obviously like that was a room of 400 people and this is a tent of 4,000 people, so we were like, can it coincide? Like we're not really sure, but it did. Like it just did.
Yeah, it was
It
great.
just worked. And
Yeah.
So we didn't change anything. It just worked out. So.
Beautiful. So, us as a podcast, we're ambassadors for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Are you aware of the foundation and Sophie's story and whatnot?
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
So, what we're doing, we're talking to people this weekend. We're basically trying to find out if you guys have ever been through anything like that, where you're treated differently or had stereotypes put upon you because the music you listen to, the way you dress, whatever it may be, being part of this family. Is this something you've experienced?
Yeah.
Oh god, we've talked about this a lot, haven't we? This is a really like basic, like the amount of times, this is such a low level, you know, thing. The amount of times we've gone into shops, right? Security guard following us around. Like,
no way.
Oh yeah.
So and, like it happens all the time.
At supermarkets, when we're on the self
all the time,
checkout,
and we're just trying to like.
you gotta
buy
pay
food,
for that.
We get followed all
like,
the time, and like you know, I don't know how old you guys are, but like we're 31, 32. Like I've been like pretty heavily tattooed since I was like 19.
Yeah.
And even at that like really young age, like I totally was really aware of like being stared at, and you know, wearing black clothes, and like you know, being the emo kid, and like then if I take that back as well, like my dad is like really heavily tattooed for someone who's like 55 years old. So when I was a kid, he was really tattooed. So you're talking like mid 90s. We would go to like, this might be a bit of a tangent, but we used to go to on the ferry, you know, to like France, and we'd go to France for a while. Never ever in the time of us ever going have we ever made the ferry or Eurotunnel that we were supposed to make, ever. And every single time he would pull up, they'd go to customs, and we would be the only car that they would pull up to the side, and they would gut the entire fucking car. The entire fucking car. Yeah, we'd all have to come out, and like at the time, obviously I'm like fucking 6 or 7 years old. Like I don't really know what's going on. I'm just like vibing, like. But my mum's just there like trying to make like the situation a bit better, and like my dad's obviously like, you know, in the fucking corner, and he's just like, why are you fucking doing this? And it's obvious, like he's just completely heavily tattooed, like. You know, and we're going obviously like 25 years back at this point, so like things are different than they are now, and so yeah, fucking lived it. Like you've lived it, we've both lived it. Like,
I think as well, like because we've been together in supermarkets, haven't we? When it's happened at like self-service checkouts, and you know, you can never be sure like why people are treating you differently or whatever. But you know, being like two heavily tattooed guys, like. There is like a stereotype that comes with that, you know. It's just like, oh, they're
which is
dodgy.
ironic because we're like the softest blokes going.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
like just chat to us, and well, we've been chatting for 5 minutes, and we're chatting like we've been best mates forever.
Yeah,
like just chat to us because like, we're not unreasonable people, you know.
Yeah, and people
I just want
will
my meal
just,
deal, bro.
Like,
What's up, you, bro?
My greys wouldn't scan, and now I'm in security.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on with this? Like,
Drop your trousers.
What? Yeah, what? But okay.
If you must.
Well, if you must.
So yeah, lame. It does happen,
Lame, but it does happen.
but you know, fuck those people. Wouldn't be me. Like, wouldn't be you. Wouldn't be us. We wouldn't do that. Like, those people are
Obviously,
fuckers.
like what you're saying, for some people,
it's
they pay the ultimate. Yeah, obviously, like
For some people, like, you know, they pay the ultimate price for a lot of people's just being assholes.
Basically, and it baffles me because, like, you've literally just said then, people in this community are the nicest fucking people. Someone in a mosh pit falls down, you pick them back up.
Yeah.
Like, we have fun together. Like,
Definitely.
As you just said, we've been sat in 5 minutes having a great time. And it's rare you find that in the streets with the normal, I fucking hate saying normal people, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People that aren't in this community. So it blows my mind those stereotypes are labelled upon us. It really does.
Yeah.
But obviously, back at what happened to Sophie was 2007 when we were growing up. It was quite a while ago. Now we bring it to the modern day, 2024. Do you think it's got easier to be part of this community in the big outside world, or is there still work to be done?
Well, I mean, personally for me, I think it's different, but only because I'm not, I was 15 in 2007, so like,
yeah,
I was maybe even at the, I wasn't an adult, like I was of an age where I was still kind of finding myself and finding like, that was probably a pivotal moment for me at 15 where I was really finding the sound of music that I wanted to be a part of, and the maybe like the group identity that I wanted to be a part of, as much as I don't really like group identities, like we did find like a group identity that we became, like likewise you did too. So for me, I think now I don't find it so hard to like just brush it off because I'm 31.
I think there's a big difference. I think we are very lucky that we get to see the pleasant side of it, in that we're not just like tattooed guys just like going about normal lives. Like, we're really lucky with like this journey that we're on with music. So the conversation quickly goes from just being like a part of this community to like being like journeying with the community as well. I'll be talking about band, talking about what shows we're playing, things like that. But I can imagine that for people who are not like that, like they're not playing shows, they're not like that, and they're just like alternative kids and things like that, I can imagine it's still tough for those. Like, it's still got I can imagine it is. Like, I think the alternative nature of some people can often get sidebarred when you've got something else to like showcase as well. It's like people will talk about a band, they'll be like, oh, you're tattooed because you're in a band, like, whereas like whereas if someone it's not like that. No, well, yeah.
Sorry, yeah, well, we like. Yeah, sorry, we like art.
Brilliant breathing, really impressed.
Yeah, honestly, perfect breathing. Like Josh was saying, like we like art. We are within an artist area. Music and physical art coincide in the best possible way, and so it's not. I don't think it's like that. I don't know if it's easier or harder now. I would say it's different.
I think it's more common.
More common, yeah. And I think as well, like if you go back to 2007, I mean, fuck, like social media was nothing like it is now.
No.
Nothing like it is now. So I can totally imagine that there is almost a different facet to being mean and nasty to groups of people that are like certain types of music or dressed a certain way. I can imagine there's almost a different way of being shit to them, whereas like we would have just got it, and I remember it fucking like fucking Grebo, fucking long hair, long hair, dyed it black, like leather trench coat, you name it, like, and they're just like, oh, you're fucking Grebo from like across the train station platforms and stuff, and it's like, we're gonna fucking get you, and it's like, well, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it in the slightest. So I'm going to get on the next train, whether it's my train or not. Sorry. That's bad. Can I have that back?
You can, yeah. I mean, slightly hoping it's been happening.
It's going to happen all that, please. So, like, yeah, I don't doubt for a second that in 2007, when I was getting shouted slurs, that they weren't going to come and get me, because I totally imagined that they probably would have.
Yep.
And I was lucky enough to like maybe just be street savvy enough to be like, this isn't my bus, but I'm going to get on it and I'll work it out later. Do you know what I mean? And maybe now, like, what I'm trying to say is that people are getting attacked from not just in the real world, but like TikTok, Instagram, all the shit we didn't have in 2007. They're getting fucking just dragged, just absolutely dragged on that shit. Like, which is horrible. It's horrible.
It's a tough world,
It is.
Tough world.
I think it's really important what you say. Like, I don't think it's getting better per se. It's just changing.
Yeah.
Like you say, they're just getting us in a different way.
Yeah.
But I do hope it becomes a more tolerant world. I think there is aspects where it is getting better, like the same with social media, because you can find your people on there, but at the same time, the arseholes can find you. So yeah, it's finding that world.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
Is that July 9th you release your single Happy? How has that been received?
It's been great, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been
like,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's been like so gassed about it. Right?
Yeah. After we did What a Wonderful Experience last October, we're very much like always writing. We're always like, we're in the studio 3-4 days a week. So, and that's religious every single week. There was a period where we were sort of like, I feel like we were just trying to write more of What a Wonderful Experience, so it was just it just kind of kept happening because we didn't really like take a break after we finished that EP and then going into the next sort of lot of music. There was no stop for a bit, and we've been saying a lot, haven't we, that like we were very focused on. We really didn't want to become like a metal band. We've always been really careful. Like it's why we picked our name. We didn't want to fall into a metal genre. But then we kind of just said, fuck it, didn't we? And we just wanted to write something heavy. So then like you get to like the bridge of Happy and it's like double drop D, it's so heavy. And that's like probably the least heavy song that we've got right now with Happy. So we're really excited to like push more just like fucking angry shit out there as well. Because we're fucked off, aren't we? We're fucked off, mate.
Yeah, I'm fucking angry, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm angry.
I was in London for, like I said, for the Calvin Louise show yesterday. We were in London for like 4 or 5 hours. I didn't see Keir Starmer once.
That's worth writing a song about.
Where the fuck did my vote go? Where is he? You're not the American.
Not where I saw that go.
Yeah. So like on a genuine, like our roots.
I didn't get me started on the Lack of Paddington Bear that I saw yesterday as well.
Like a Paddy Bees. Paddy Bees and Key Stars. Yeah, Kiri Storms. Yeah, Absent. That's not London. Yeah.
You didn't even see the Queen.
Yeah. Yes, I love it. God rest her soul. God rest her soul. They're the Dark Chronicles. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Our roots are like very heavy. You know, before we spoke about this on other podcasts. Like before we really were releasing even our first singles with Tropic Gold, like way back in like 2018. Before 2018, we were a band for like 2 years before that, just writing. And like we didn't have a name, we didn't have an Instagram, we had nothing. We were just in a room writing constantly. And fuck, we had so many projects that were like either finished, like recorded. We spent thousands going to like studios in Wales, like to record like full songs, like they were mastered, and we were just like not good enough to release it. It was mad. It was mad, mate. So we've got like, yeah, it's mad. So like, you know, we really do have like a lot of stuff back there that's just like never been used because we evolved. We felt like internally we were evolving so quickly that we couldn't keep up with ourselves. We were just like, nah, we want it to be like this now. We want it to be like this now. And then until we finally came to a point in time where we were like plateauing a little bit, where we were like, maybe now's the time. This song is the time. So like our roots before What a Wonderful Experience and before Do You Feel It as well, which is the EP before that, like we were considerably heavier than we are now. And
even when I like met you, even when me and you started writing together, like you weren't singing, like you were never singing, like it was always screaming. And once we started delving into the singing world, we were like, oh, no, we can probably do this a little bit more. And after now that Happy's out there, it's really nice to have like a bit of like, all right, because you always get the fucking YouTube comments as well. It's like, oh, it's not heavy enough. It's just like, all right, well, there's your fucking double drop D. Take that, you bastard. Yeah. Like, you happy now? Fucking have that. There you go.
No, they're not.
So, no, they're not.
They're fucking not.
YouTube never is.
YouTube sucks.
YouTube never happy. No, everywhere else, lovely. Insane reception. It's the most amount of like DMs and reposts. Fucking YouTube. It's just like, did I hear one synth and one guitar? I've heard this before.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, you bring me the horizon.
Yeah, so that's not new, is it? Like, a lot of YouTube people want a brand new sound that's never been heard, but they want it daily. Like they want it every single day.
Exactly.
It's just like no one's out here fucking reinventing the wheel. Sure, everyone wants to be like, everyone's got their identity and stuff, but but I think Happy for us is the first sort of like snapshot of like what we're doing at the moment with writing, and it's fun. It's good. It's fun. We're enjoying it.
Incredible. Guys, this has been absolutely fucking wonderful. Thank you so much for taking the time out and chatting to us.
No, pleasure.
It's been great fun.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
It means the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm Mikey White, and I sing for a band called Fangs Out from Birmingham.
And I'm Alex Didlock Jones, and I play drums for a band called Fangs Out from Birmingham / Warsaw / the West.
I mess it up because I am the only person from Birmingham in the band, but it's the place that everyone knows, so we don't say fucking Warsaw.
It's Yam Yam Land, no one likes us.
No one knows like Birmingham.
Has anything good come out of Warsaw apart from you?
Judas Priest, yeah. Goldie.
Oh,
Goldie's
wow.
there.
He knows what he's
Yeah. Georgia Smith, that's another one. She used to live around the corner.
Yeah, good fun fact about Georgia Smith, right? I didn't live on. Did I live on Sutton Road then?
I don't know.
I don't think I did. Do you know who Georgia Smith is?
No.
So Georgia Smith is like an R&B singer who she's from Warsaw, but she worked with like Drake. Like Drake took her under her like. Fucking Drake, because I don't know what he was doing with Georgia Smith, but Drake came to Warsaw Co-op.
Yeah, that was the one down by me, though. That was.
No, it was on fucking Sutton Road.
No, it was the one down on the Broadway.
It was the one on Broadway. But
nevertheless,
the best thing out of Warsaw was Drake for about 10 minutes while he went to Co-op and picked up a fucking meal deal.
did a drive-through day.
So, but there are who else out of Warsaw anyone?
There is actually a lot like.
It's blanking.
Yeah.
Can I tell you one about Birmingham?
Go on.
It's Black fucking Sabbath, mate. The end.
He has one. I can't complain.
Yeah, of course.
It's the problem. If I ask about West Midlands questions, I'm fucked. I just gotta sit here and just let it go.
3-1 right now.
10 minutes, game over. That's it, sorted. But boys, how's your personal Friday treating you?
Absolutely wonderful.
One of the best Fridays I've ever had in my entire life. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been amazing.
It's been very emotional.
Yeah, you cried. Bless you.
Hang on a second. I was going to tell. I wasn't ready to tell people that yet, but yeah, I cried. I've cried about 4 times because we're literally fresh off stage, and that was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like it was fucking amazing. I've got nothing else to say.
No, it was unbelievable. Like the surreality of it's just kind of like set in now. When like everything's calmed down, adrenaline's gone off, and it's just like looking back, like God damn, that's pretty fun. That was.
So as Fridays go, it's better than being in the office and better than being in a van kit. Better than being in a van kit.
At least we're getting paid for both things.
Fuck all for this.
Phenomenal. So it went well then. Set went well.
It went.
Crowds.
Now, don't we? Bigging it up a bit. Now it was so much fun.
Yeah,
I don't think you could ask more for like opening the stage either.
For being a relatively unknown band playing here for the first time, and it being 11 o'clock in the morning on the second day when everyone is possibly. If I was here, I would probably still be in my tent at fucking 11. Just cursing the world, vomiting, crying on my missus's lap.
That's a normal Friday for you.
That's an average Friday, that is.
I just wouldn't be able to squeeze it in my schedule of normal Fridays. But the fact that when we first went on, there was people in the tent, and it was like, oh, do you know what? If this is going to be the crowd, I am happy. Yeah. This is awesome. But as we played, by the 3rd, 4th song, the tent was full.
I like sitting at the back, like you don't. I don't tend to look up, and then I looked up, but I looked past everyone and looked outside and saw people outside. I'm like, oh, what they're doing outside there? It's a bit weird. And then I looked in the tent, and I was like, oh yeah, because there's no space. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll deal with that. So
yeah, it was very amazing. People were singing the words back to us.
Oh, mate!
Yeah, Sabbath Town had we had a mosh pit. I felt really bad, so I was like, right, this is gonna be the song everyone fucking moshes to. And it was like, oh, G'd everyone up, and I made people mosh for a whole song, even though the choruses that aren't really moshy, like circle pitting. And I was like, oh motherfucker, I've made a mosh for like 2. And I looked at it, was like one of these guys went, keep going. This geezer looked at me and he went. And I was just
It's
like,
not hard enough, bro.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, I'm really, really sorry. Like I was like, really serious. Like,
Very sweaty tent that was. It was a sweaty
I was
tent.
like, keep going. I was like, oh shit, I'm fucking slave driver. But no, it was class.
Yeah.
It was one of the best, if not the best.
Yeah,
Love
definitely
it.
best.
For obviously, as you say, because obviously people might not be so familiar with yourselves, even though the tent was fucking packed. Do you change your set list up accordingly to a Fangs Out show?
We to be fair, like we do frequently.
We're pretty liberal. Like we're not like Sabbath Town is kind of towards the end. Like,
Yeah, so like, with trees, like you have to kind of do that, like Spotify plays, what's the most popular one, stuff like that. But because of like the EP that came out, like
That's wrong, you know, though, because
Here
no.
we go, sorry.
If you look at our Spotify plays, we didn't play like 2 of the songs that are like one of the most popular because we released the EP. Obviously, we're trying to like push that fucking thing. So there's a couple of them that aren't there.
Yeah.
But not really. Could we just whatever we feel like's gonna rock? There's there's like bookenders. Because we used to finish with another song, and we sort of changed that one out, didn't we? But we sort of opened with the same song, and it was just there's not really thought into it. Really. It's just what's gonna rock? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's gonna rock? Like, and it fucking rocked. Hopefully, there might be 1,000 people walking away. There was 1,000 people there, but I don't know how many walked away. That was all right.
It's one or the other.
Yeah, we're walking around. There's 1,000 people. They're all going. You fucking see that band earlier? Fucking shit. Jesus Christ.
Everyone come see how shit these guys are.
Yo, John, come over here, kid. Look at these fuckers. Oh, he's awful.
Who then?
Bring your mum in. Put her on fucking.
Thumbs out,
Put her on loudspeaker. Put these on loudspeaker, mum. Fucking terrible.
I was at a circle pit. They were trying to get out, and people pushing them back in.
we pay people for that, to be fair.
Oh yeah, my fucking nanny's her back is fucked. Not really.
So us as a podcast, I fucking hate making it go serious on us.
No, we know.
But no, we are ambassadors for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
Yeah, which is amazing.
So we're talking to people while we're here today, basically just asking, have you guys ever been treated differently, had prejudice or stereotypes put against you just because of the music you listen to, the way you dress, whatever it may be?
Yeah, definitely. Like when I was in school many moon ago, I was one of the first kids to like rock. Do you know the Oasis Market?
Oh yeah.
And you could get like and it's like you know the Oasis Market.
Oh, yeah,
fucking
of course
know the Oasis Market. Like bootleg, like long sleeves and stuff like that. And I had like a Korn Issues long sleeve. And to be fair, I didn't really care. But when I'd go to school, mate, just absolutely slated for wearing stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, of course, do you know what I mean? But like, I suppose if we weren't like berated and thing, we wouldn't be in a band today because it's just fucking
like
made me want to do it even more. If I'm honest,
like, to be fair, like I said, we were at the age like we all grew up through it. Like it's such a fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say like fine definition, but it's like, oh, you're a bit different. Here we go. That's the type of thing. But it's.
But you know, I never stopped being different, man, and I don't think people should stop being different.
No,
I think I think we're the only reason we have art and music and stuff, you know, constantly being made is because we have people who are dare to be different and want to be different, and fucking all the power to them. And like everyone, be as freaky as you can, man. Do it. Do you know what I mean? Because the next Bowie's out there, the next someone is out there, and because people dare to be different and dare to not just stay in some sort of box, and you know, we all should be different and all fucking strive to do that. So yeah.
Absolutely, completely fucking agree. The other thing is that, like, obviously what happened to Sophie is back 2007, and like you're looking back when we were kids, but do you think for the kids of today it's got easier, it's a bit more of an understanding world, or is it still a big issue from what you can see?
I honestly like to think it has.
I'd hope so.
I did, like moving forward, I really do hope it has.
The thing is, unless you're in, because I am an old man, I wouldn't know what it's like in schools and stuff these days with people, but genres are a bit more blurred these days, which hopefully, you know what I mean, like festivals are more mixed these days, so maybe there is a bit more of a crossover and people being, but I don't know, you know, I'd hope so.
Yeah, we all want to wish that we did, like.
Yeah, you want that in the world, don't you? But we don't know, do we?
It's that hot topic of social media. Like I was saying to someone the other day, it's like at one point, one half you can find your people, like oh you just the same music, and then the other half you've got everyone gets a voice and then go you fucking got freak.
Yeah.
So it's finding that balance. So that's why it's a hard question. Is like, has it got better? Because yes,
or has it just moved? Like you say,
moved,
like
it's
has it moved from the playground to people's phones?
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
you know, and let's be honest, probably with social media, as because we do know bullying carry, that's why I think it should all be fucking destroyed. A big asteroid hit Instagram headquarters. And fucking Facebook.
Take that, Zuckerberg.
I'm wearing a t-shirt, so it's fucking pro-extinction at the moment, because I just think, I think we've had our chance.
Get on the camera.
I think we've had our chance. Let's just fucking start again, like, do you know what I mean? I'm in a good mood today, so I'm thinking.
For now.
Yeah.
I'm in a great mood. I think everyone should die.
No, actually. Yeah, right at the moment. No, actually, I'm thinking actually this ain't right.
I think Malibu Mike's going to be coming out in a bit. Anyway. Mike had the most soberest day in the world yesterday. What is unbelievable.
I've never been to a festival where I've been up drunk before, so we got here yesterday and it was the hardest day of my fucking life.
8 o'clock twitching like
I was waiting for Better Lovers and they were on like 9:25. Like I go to bed at like 9 o'clock. Like. I'm not a rock star. I don't sleep. I'm not. Like, I sleep upside down. Fucking. I can't be killed by conventional weapons. Like,
Snake through the heart,
yeah. But yesterday was fucking difficult, man. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's just showing how much of a problem I have a crutch on alcohol to have a good time.
Yeah, I hate to admit,
but that crutch is banging back, baby. I'm back. I've had 3 beers.
But Mike was very proud that he did a kung fu kick earlier on stage and didn't put.
Were you here when we played? Did you watch? Were you not there?
Boys.
I fucking kung fu, like, bear in mind, like, I look 18, but I've used this joke before, but I'm not. I fucking kung fu, I'm really proud of myself, but I think I've ruptured something. So people think I'm drinking for partying, but it's just to get rid of the pain.
He's basically going to wake up tomorrow and not be able to move for shit.
Or not wake up. That Airbnb's going to get left a weird review. There was a corpse in the top bedroom.
It was the realisation. He was like, yo, I did that. Definitely going to feel that at some point.
He's weirdly missing a limb.
Fuck yeah, so yeah, I'm drinking today. Thank you, Alex. Yes, I am. Not right, it's the third one.
I don't know, mate. Bag of booze.
Are we going over time?
No, not at all.
Is that right?
No. Obviously, you mentioned the EP earlier, The Humour in Hell came out October.
Yeah.
What can we look forward to in the future? Is there more stuff on the way?
Yes. So we are currently writing. We tried, I think we said to you when we spoke to you boys before, we were like, obviously we're going to push this EP as much as we can.
Yeah.
And we have, to the extent we can, like we played with the Blackout in London in February, which was amazing, and like, but unfortunately, the way everyone's attention spans are and the way the world is today, like people are probably done with that thing already. So, do you know what gets me though? Like I said, like people have said to me before, it's like, oh, you've done 3 EPs, surely it's an album next. So like we've had that in our heads, haven't we? But like sitting down and thinking about it, like, is it an album next?
The whole industry and releasing is a complete different world at the moment.
We are completely independent. We have no idea how to navigate this world. And like we're getting cool opportunities. Like we've had some of the most amazing opportunities we never thought we'd get from 4 dudes from the fucking West Midlands or whatever. But at the moment we've got songs written and we're hoping to be in by the end of the year to at least get some singles again recorded and get some stuff out just to keep us, on top of the giant pile of amazing bands or whatever out there. And we're shite, so. Do you know what I mean?
Wow, cheers. Yeah, and like I said, it's a very tough industry these days.
Yeah.
You have to be frequent and constant to keep your name out, and like we do the best we can with what we can.
What the time we can. But yeah, music has been worked on already, and hopefully we're working on how to record and when to record and stuff. So yeah, keep your ears peeled on those lovely social medias. Begrudgingly, like, yeah, have a look at the Insta, I suppose.
Assuming he hasn't bombed it yet.
We're an asteroid will be there.
Gents, this has been fucking phenomenal.
Boys, we love you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you
very
very
much.
much.
Really nice to meet you in the flesh, and
absolutely,
what you boys do with the Sophie fucking thing is amazing, and like all the power to you. And thank you so much for doing that. Like, that's amazing.
Really appreciate that.
Love you. Nice one.
Thank you very much.
Awesome, man.
It's always kisses on the hand.
Legend, bro.
A bit of a romantic.
Yeah,
He's like a Victorian dandy.
Oh, love it.
Hello, 2000 Bexes! Welcome to my festival. Sorry, I can do the introduction. I do it very seriously. Okay. Hello, this is 2000 Bex. Welcome to the Chronicles of Bex. We are joined with Bex and Bex and Bex. I've met 4 Bexes today.
No way.
And I'm like, was that your name yesterday? Did you change it?
Change it just for me.
Yeah, you saw me and thought, oh yes, my name's Bex too. Okay.
How's your personal Friday going, Bex?
Oh, Bex's Friday is good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I woke up at 8 o'clock. I sat in my van. I was like, I'm gonna do my makeup. My band made me some bacon. I had some bacon, had some coffee, and then I just screamed at people for half an hour. And then I made t-shirts. That is a Bex day.
That is a great day.
That is the Bex.
Yeah.
The Bex
That is-
day.
Wow.
I was gonna see how many words I can get your name into now. Be phenomenal. Fuck counting all these trees now.
Just count the Bexes.
But I was getting coffee when you came on, and I watched you for a little bit. Just
I
absolutely
hope you
phenomenal.
dropped your coffee.
I dropped everything. Cookies, tea, a lot. I burnt my legs, but it was worth it.
Bunny!
It's Bex! Fuck!
What's coffee better?
How was playing the main stage?
Huh?
How was playing the main stage?
Wow. Honestly, like, it was so weird because that's the biggest stage I've ever played. And like before you went on, we had our own little dressing room, and everyone was so nice.
Really?
You know, like normally you play like you're a support band, and they're like, "Sorry, there's no dressing room. You want water? No, there's no water." But I was like, "Oh, is there any water?" They're like, "Yeah, of course. Do you want a kettle as well?" And I was like, "Oh, okay.
What's going on?
I'll have a kettle." It's actually in my pocket. Took it, I kept it.
I didn't want to make any tea or coffee. I just wanted the kettle.
Save myself 20 quid.
The one at home's rusted anyway, so I thought I'd get a new one.
Yeah, it's full of plaque.
Fucking superb.
No, it was great. It was really, really good.
Yeah,
It was
so-
so fun. And like, I didn't even have to ask people to mosh. They just started moshing. You know, sometimes you're like on stage and you're like, "Everybody mosh," and they're like, "Okay." I was like, "It's 11 o'clock and you're doing it. I didn't even have to ask you."
Everybody. Oh, you already are. Oh, sorry.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Doing a good job, buddy.
Yeah.
Great work.
Let's start a square pit. Fuck a circle. Everyone's running in a massive square. I don't know what. That's 4. Is that like 2 walls of death in one?
I feel we need to add more shapes to the circle pit now.
Yeah.
Geometry pits, yes.
Triangle pit
Everyone
wouldn't
make
work.
a hexagon.
It has to be even number. You can't odd number it because then one wall death's got like I've got no one to go
Like,
to.
where do I go?
Yeah. Let's pentagon this shit. And everyone at the bottom's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna hit 4 loads of people at one time.
Hit the double wall.
Yeah. That's, well, it's been a good life.
Bye.
But for a festival set compared to a back show, do you change the set list up accordingly? Like just playing all the bangers?
To be honest, we change our set quite a lot.
Okay.
Because I feel like we play quite a lot, and some of the same people come, and I don't want them to get bored. Even if it's like one person who comes to all the shows, I'm like, you've seen this like 4 times. It's time to change. But we do have a set that we made for download that we played here, and then we'll play it like Burn It Down and stuff. And then when we do shows in between, we'll play the same set, and then probably in the winter we'll change it again. Yeah, so it just changes all the time. Sometimes we just rejig the songs, just find a new order.
Nice. Keep it fresh.
Yeah. So people were like, "Oh my god, Fight's next." No, it's not.
Surprise, motherfucker.
It's a song you don't know.
Bex had a little bit of a surprise. Well, obviously, we discussed this last year when we spoke to you, but we, as a podcast, we are ambassadors for Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
Yeah.
And we're talking to everyone this weekend, and we're trying to find out, basically, have you ever been treated differently because of the way you dress, or had stereotypes put upon you because of being part of this alternative family that we're in?
Yeah. It happens a lot. To be fair, everyone was really nice at the stage. Like, all the crew was really nice. But it's when they come up to you afterwards and they go, "That was actually so good." I was like, actually, what did you expect? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, is it because like I'm a girl? And so, I don't know, I think you do get treated differently, like the way you dress and being a girl. And like, there's loads of things that go into it. And yeah, I don't know, sometimes, you know, people bark at you. I think I said that last year. But I kind of gotten used to it. I think I did.
Yeah, but still.
They still do it. It still happens. People stare at you, and loads of like old people, weirdly old people, hate it. And they're like they hate the way that we look. And I don't know why. It's kind of weird. But I don't know. yeah, you do get treated differently, but it's kind of one of these things that's happened for so many years. I just don't really like. I don't even notice. Because when I go out with my mum, she's like, "Have you seen how many people are staring at you?" And I'm just walking around like, "No."
No.
Have you seen me?
Of course I haven't.
Of course they are.
I want them to stare at
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I want to feel uncomfortable all the time. Yay!
But obviously, looking back, like since 2007, what happened to Sophie, and now we're in 2024. Do you think it's got easier to be part of this alternative community, or is there still a lot of struggle out there? Do you reckon?
I can only speak for myself, but I would say yes, because of like, you know, the like TikTok wave of alternative people.
Yes.
It's been so like pushed in everyone's faces, even if people aren't part of it. They've seen it a lot online, so it's not a shock when they see you in person. And literally because of the internet, we've all seen an alternative person, even just like scrolling through Instagram or something. So it's not like we don't have the shock factor anymore, which I kind of want, but you know, you can't win.
Come on, Tim, what are you doing to us?
Ruining my shock factor. But there is not a shock factor anymore because everyone's seen it. So I think 2007 was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I was only 5, so I was probably one of those people that was like, what is that? Wow, a goth.
That will be me when I'm older.
Yeah.
I
was like, every detail. Shoes, socks, socks. Everything. But yeah, it's gotten better, and I think it will continue to get better, but it's one of those things that's going to take a really long time.
Yeah, I think it absolutely is.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
It is, isn't it? It's annoying that we can say it's one of those things, because it shouldn't be one of those things, but yeah, it is.
No, but there's a lot of things that shouldn't be one of those things.
This is very true.
Yeah.
Very, very
like,
true.
One of my fans, Jazz, she's disabled, and someone, like, she went to a show the other day, and someone in the crowd, like, she got knocked over and her knees went out of joint, and someone in the crowd went to her mum, "You shouldn't bring her in public."
What?
What? You shouldn't bring her in public. What? Doesn't make any sense. That, like, what? Who? What? How does that go through your mind? And that's also just one of those things that people say. But why are they saying that? Like, it's horrible.
That's horrendous.
It's awful. Like, so bad.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to that.
Fuck, not me. Do better, world, please. That is awful.
Literally, when she told me, I was like,
what goes to someone's mind makes them think, I know what's a really good thing to say right now.
she's not a dog. She's a person who enjoys music. Like, what? It's just crazy. And then that's one of those things where people are like, oh, it's just one of those things. But why is it one of those things? It shouldn't be. All these things should not be things. It's just people living their lives. But why is it a thing?
I genuinely don't. Yeah.
Isn't that just like
bonkers.
baffling?
But let's bring it back to you.
Okay.
June, you released your latest single, Fight. How has it been received?
Great. So good. Like, I do think it's like one of the stronger songs as well, because it's a bit more commercial and it's got the like, and then it's got fight, and then everyone's like, yeah! So, I mean, it was good. I think it got received well. I tend not to look at like numbers online. I leave that to like my manager, and she does it, and she's like, if it's done better, she's like, yeah, it's done better, and if it hasn't, she doesn't tell me anything.
I like that, that's good.
But people are like so obsessed with like Spotify listeners, like, they're not real people. Like, if you walk down the street and someone's like, I love your song Fight, that's so much better than having 1,000 listeners on it. So I don't really look at those things, but I think it went down well. Everyone said to me it was good, so I'm going to take that. That works.
That works, that's all that matters.
Yep. My mum liked it.
Well, that is all that matters. As long as your mum likes it, that's all that
My
matters.
dad listens to it in the car, so you know, it's perfect.
Incredible.
That's phenomenal. Bex, this has been amazing. We fucking love talking to you. So,
And you.
Same time next year?
Of course.
Yes.
And you know, well, actually, I might be playing the main stage in the evening next year. I heard.
Oh.
But I told everyone that. So
I was going to say,
it's going to happen now.
Put it to the universe, in the ether.
So we might have to do a morning one, you know.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. Bex is headlining next year, all right?
Yeah,
You're gonna
Bex
bring the
headline
kettle.
trees.
You can bring the kettle, yeah?
Yeah, I'll bring the kettle, 2,000 Bexes on the main stage.
Yeah, and I'll get the coffee.
Oh, and also come to my headline show.
I love a cheap plug. Fucking love a cheap plug.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, best of luck in the weekend, all right?
Bye.